Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner and user of Mint Mobile, with a special holiday message. If you sign up now for 3 months, you get 3 months free on every one of our plans, even unlimited. Now, I realize this is more of a holiday offer than it is a holiday message. But if you read between the lines, you can see a message in there. It says we love you. Visit mintmobile.com/switch for the offer.
Limited time new customer offer. Activate within 45 days. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. Unlimited customers using more than 40 gigabytes per month will experience lower speeds. Video streams at 480p. See mintmobile.com for details.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
In the last hour, 2 teenagers have been arrested in connection with the murder of a 16-year-old girl in Cheshire.
On the 11th of February 2023, the body of 16-year-old Brianna Ghey was found in a park in Cheshire, in England. 2 teenagers, too young to be identified, stand accused of her murder. Bringing you the evidence, witness statements and testimony from court. This is the trial. Brianna Ghey.
I'm Liz Hull, Northern Correspondent for the Mail. I'll be following the trial every day and reporting on it as it happens.
And I'm broadcaster and journalist Caroline Cheetham. Together we'll examine what's happened in court and bring you the details behind the headlines. In today's episode, we'll hear what Girl X said happened when Brianna was killed.
We'll hear Girl X admit that the idea of stabbing Brianna was fun.
And that she lied to police and sent a message to Brianna after she knew she was dead as a cover. Both defendants deny murder.
Welcome to episode 6. It's all fantasy.
So on Friday, Liz, Girl X began giving evidence in her defence with her barrister, Richard Pratt KC. He started asking her questions about the run-up to the alleged murder of Brianna. Now, she's continued giving evidence this week.
She's now been in the witness box for around 10 hours. In that time, she told the jury that she'd had a fascination with murder and torture since the age of 14. She said she'd enjoyed watching torture videos on the dark web and also admitted being interested in serial killers and their different methods of murder. You might remember several notes referring to serial killers, including Harold Shipman and Jeffrey Dahmer, were found in her bedroom after she was arrested.
But crucially, she said that all of the messages that she swapped with Boy Y about killing other children and Brianna were pure fantasy. She said she thought he shared her dark fantasies, but she had no intention of killing anyone. Mr. Pratt took her through the messages about the 4 children on the so-called kill list, and she insisted that she never had any intention of harming any of them. Significantly, she told the jury, Liz, that she'd not tried to kill Brianna 3 weeks before her death by allegedly giving her an overdose of ibuprofen.
The court's already heard from Brianna's mum, Esther Ghey, that her daughter was really poorly around this time, but she'd assumed Brianna had a tummy bug, as she'd recovered quite quickly after being sick. Girl X admitted she was attracted to Brianna and that she was really interested in her. She said they were friends and that they'd taken some random pills together once. She said this was because she was having suicidal thoughts and was curious about how many tablets would be enough to kill. This exchange with her barrister has been voiced by actors.
Why were you talking about ibuprofen?
I was curious about how much would be dangerous to eat. Around that time, I was getting suicidal thoughts. I wanted to know whether that amount could be lethal.
Had you had suicidal thoughts before January 2023?
Yes. I don't remember when exactly it was, but I've had suicidal thoughts on different occasions, last year and this year.
You said, if I fed someone that amount. This follows on from a photograph of tablets. You say afterwards, the girl I mentioned, Brianna, I'm still trying to kill her. Easiest way is pill overdose, plus people know she's depressed. Nobody would get sus, but for some reason she has a high tolerance. I gave her enough to kill her. Did you give Brianna ibuprofen tablets?
No.
Were you ever present when she took ibuprofen?
It wasn't ibuprofen. We both went into Asda and got some random tablets.
What sort of tablets were they?
I'm not sure. I know one was white and one had yellowy powder inside. That's the one I took. I'm not sure what Brianna took. We took them to see what we could get high on. That's what made her ill. Then I told Boy Y as part of my fantasy.
You're not sure what tablets Brianna took?
Yes.
The tablets you took, what effect did they have?
I felt a bit sick, but other than that, I was alright.
When you took them, was Brianna with you?
Yes.
Where were you when you took them?
We were in the toilets next to Asda. It's a shopping centre. There's a Home Bargains next to Asda. There's a toilet next to there.
Did you get any ibuprofen?
I don't think I did, no.
Were you aware whether Brianna got ibuprofen?
No.
Did you ever give her ibuprofen?
No.
Did you ever give her any medicine without her knowing?
No.
We know she was off school sick at about this time. Do you remember her being off school?
Yes.
Was that because you poisoned her?
No.
Mr. Pratt asked Girl X about the so-called murder plan, which you might remember the jury's been told she wrote and sent to Boy Y a week before the alleged murder. We talked about this on Friday, but here's a reminder.
Meet Boy Y at Wooden Post, 1 p.m. Walk down to library, bus stop. Wait until Brianna gets off bus, then the three of us walk to Linear Park. Go to the pipe, tunnel area. I say code word to Boy Y. He stabs her in the back as I stab her in the stomach. Boy Y drags the body into the area. We both cover up the area with logs, etc.
Mr. Pratt then asked her why she wrote the note and if she thought Boy Y would really bring a knife with him to their meeting with Brianna on February the 11th.
You sent Boy Y the note that was found in your bedroom. Can you confirm it was you that had written that note?
Yes.
We know that just after 10:30 on February 3rd, you sent that note or a photograph of that note to Boy Y. It says, Saturday the 11th of February, victim Brianna Ghey. Plan. You can see what you said in the plan. Was there a real plan to kill Brianna?
No.
Why did you write this plan note out?
Because I thought if I wrote an actual note and showed Boy Y, he would think I was being serious.
Did you think there was a risk he might be serious?
No.
When you speak in that note, meet Boy Y at the wooden posts, wait until Brianna gets off bus and walk to Linear Park. That's pretty much what happened on February 11th. Where is the pipe tunnel area?
Near one of the bridges.
Is it near where Brianna was stabbed?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I say code word to Boy Y. He stabs her in the back as I stab her in the stomach. Were you ever intending yourself to take a knife?
No.
Or to stab Brianna in the stomach?
No.
Then Boy Y drags the body into the area. What area were you referring to?
I'm not sure.
And we cover up the area with logs, etc. Was that a real plan? To cover Brianna's body with logs after she'd been stabbed?
No.
You say, I'm excited about Saturday. Boy Y asks why. You say, Brianna, remember? Boy Y says, oh yeah, I forgot. He said, because I'm eating. Were you excited about Saturday?
I was excited about hanging out with Boy Y and Brianna.
Were you excited about the prospect of killing Brianna?
No.
You ask, what knife you bringing? He replies, my knife. You reply, you've got loads of knives, lol. He indicates to you the knife he's bringing is the hunting knife. Did you expect he was going to bring a hunting knife?
No.
Did you think, why is he saying he's going to bring a knife?
I thought he was also just going along with the fantasy.
You say, and that will definitely 100% kill her? He said, yes, it cuts my skin easily. He asked, are you bringing a knife? You say, do you think it's best if I do? Boy Y says, if you want to stab her as well. You said, okay. Did you intend to take a knife to Linear Park the next day?
No.
Why were you saying to Boy Y, okay, suggesting that you were going to bring a knife?
It was just to add more to the fantasy. I was getting him to believe I was bringing a knife, even though I wasn't.
Now, the court's been told that before the alleged murder, Girl X set up a Snapchat account in the name of a fake drug dealer called Nathan. Now, she agreed that to get Brianna to come to Linear Park that day, she told her she was getting them some drugs so they could take them in the park.
When they got to the park, Girl X said she was pretending to text this drug dealer. At one point, shortly after 3 p.m, she said she walked away from Brianna and Boy Y to stretch her legs and text the fake dealer. It was then, with her back turned, she said she heard a scream. When she turned around, she saw Boy Y stabbing Brianna at least 5 times, she said.
At that time, did something attract your attention?
When I walked off, I heard a noise, like someone was screaming. That's when I turned around.
Before you turned around, did you know who it was who was screaming?
No.
When you turned around, what did you see?
I saw Boy Y stabbing Brianna.
When he was stabbing her, could you see whether Brianna was upright, standing up or not?
It looked like she was starting to fall towards the floor because she was kind of like leaning a bit.
How many times did you see Boy Y stab Brianna?
Around 5 times I seen.
You say she was starting to fall. Did you see her fall?
Yeah, I seen her fall and land face down on the floor.
What was Boy Y doing when she went face down to the floor?
I saw him stood next to her, leaning over, looking down at her.
When you saw him stab her, was he standing upright at that time or not?
Yes, he was standing up.
When she was on the ground, did you see whether he stabbed her on the ground?
I didn't see, but he could have.
How did this make you feel?
I was in shock really when that happened.
Had you expected that that was going to happen?
No.
Did you want it to happen?
No.
You've told the jury about your interest in watching films, and you liked watching those films. Did you like seeing Brianna stabbed in that way?
No.
What did you do?
There's nothing really I could do. I thought if I tried to step in, Boy Y could have easily overpowered me in that situation.
At any stage, did you take part? Did you stab Brianna?
No.
Did you, on the 11th of February, tell Boy Y to stab her?
Nah.
Where did you go to? What did you do?
I walked over to see if I could see her breathing, and I couldn't.
What happened then?
I saw Boy Y start to run, so I panicked and started running with him. We ran across a field, back to the entrance of Linear.
Girl X told the jury she hesitated in the field and debated going back to help Brianna. But she denied seeing the dog walker Catherine Vise or staring at her.
Now, Girl X then became upset and she started crying in the witness box when she was asked by Mr. Pratt if she had spoken to Boy Y about what had happened. She said she was too shocked and scared to talk to him in case he came after me, thinking I would snitch.
And she admitted messaging Brianna on Snapchat when she got home, pretending she was still alive because she was panicked when she saw reports of her death were spreading on the news.
I started getting really paranoid. I realised how bad it looked because of the text messages between me and Boy Y. I started messaging Brianna to cover myself.
Girl X said she posted a tribute photograph to Brianna online because she was really upset about what got done to her. She claimed she was trying to defend Boy Y when she told him to get his story right after her mum called the police to say they'd both been with Brianna that afternoon.
She admitted lying to police after her arrest, but insisted she was trying to defend myself and Boy Y at that time. And Mr. Pratt finished his questioning by asking her directly if she had stabbed Brianna.
Had you done anything physically to harm Brianna?
No.
Did you want Boy Y to do that?
No.
Did you stab Brianna?
No.
Did you want Boy Y to stab her?
No.
Did you want her to die?
No.
How do you feel about the fact that she died?
I do feel really upset about it.
We'll pause there for a quick break.
Flexibility is great. That's why there's yoga. Flexibility for your insurance coverage is great too. That's why there's United Healthcare Insurance Plans. Underwritten by Golden Rule Insurance Company, United Healthcare Insurance Plans offer flexible, budget-friendly coverage for medical, vision, dental, and more. One of these plans may be right for you if you're, say, between jobs, coming off your parents' plan, turning a side hustle into a full hustle, or even missed open enrollment. Want more flexibility? Find out more about United Healthcare Insurance Plans at uh1.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner and user of Mint Mobile, with a special holiday message. If you sign up now for 3 months, you get 3 months free on every one of our plans, even unlimited. Now, I realize this is more of a holiday offer than it is a holiday message. But if you read between the lines, you can see a message in there. It says we love you. Visit mintmobile.com/switch for the offer.
Limited time new customer offer. Activate within 45 days. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. Unlimited customers using more than 40 gigabytes per month will experience lower speeds. Video streams at 480p. See mintmobile.com for details.
So next, Girl X was questioned by Richard Littler, KC. He's the barrister defending boy Y. And she admitted to him that it was her idea to stab and to kill Brianna, but insisted again she had no intention to do so. She repeated that it was all part of her fantasy.
Mr. Littler asked her about her interest in knives and the horror film Sweeney Todd. You might remember that the night before the murder, she'd told Boy Y she was watching the movie for the 9,000th time. But she insisted.
I was interested in Sweeney Todd, not because of the knife element, just overall idea of it, the story and actual film itself.
She told the jury she'd only ever used knives to self-harm, but she also agreed with Mr. Littler that she did fantasise about watching people suffer.
Your fantasy is not just about knives, is it? It's also a fantasy about stabbing people and seeing them suffer.
Yes.
Is that why you wanted to stab Brianna in the stomach?
That's why I said that, yes.
Because if you stab someone in the stomach, you are able to see their face while you're doing it, aren't you?
Yes.
You say I want to stab her at least once, even if she is dead just because it's fun, lol. In your mind, is this sort of thing fun?
Yeah.
You say I want to see the pure horror on her face and hear her scream in pain. That's what you described in the Leyden hallucination.
Yes.
Mr. Littler suggested that she sent links of press reports to her friends about the attack on Brianna because she felt proud. Now, she denied this, and she also denied wanting other people to know about what she'd allegedly done.
He also questioned her about the suggestion from Boy Y that Girl X stabbed Brianna because she tried to break her and her boyfriend up. But Girl X denied this was the reason.
She admitted she lied to her boyfriend, her mum, and to police about what happened, and she agreed that she had sent a message to Boy Y saying she was good at hiding stuff and playing the victim. But she denied she was talking about hiding evidence, or bodies, or weapons.
Mr. Littler suggested she'd messaged Brianna, even though she knew she was dead, because she was making up a cover story to protect herself as the finger had started to point towards her. But she denied this and repeated her claim that she was just defending herself and Boy Y.
I was starting to get paranoid at that point, and thinking if I sent the messages, it wouldn't look as bad. The messages with me and Boy Y, I knew they looked really bad. I was going to attempt to delete them, then message Brianna's phone so it didn't look as bad.
Now, Girl X agreed that Boy Y had few friends and that he valued their friendship, but she denied manipulating him or using his infatuation with another girl who she was helping him to send messages to control him. Mr. Littler then accused Girl X of trying to keep Brianna in the park on the day of the murder so she could find the courage to stab her. He said she was pretending to text the fake drug dealer called Nathan to buy herself time in preparation for the attack.
We see messages you were sending to yourself pretending to be Nathan. Was your evidence you kept going back to Brianna saying Nathan's on his way?
Yes.
The reason why you were doing that was because you wanted to keep her there in the park.
Yes, because I didn't hang out with her that often and I wanted her to stay out. She was saying she didn't have that long.
Might it be you were trying to get ready to stab her?
No.
Trying to find the courage to do it?
No.
Mr. Littler also accused Girl X of using Brianna's phone to send a message to herself to try and create a defence after Brianna had been attacked. Now, you might remember that the last Snapchat from Brianna's phone was sent to Girl X asking where she was at 3:06 p.m. Shortly afterwards, Girl X deleted their chats. Brianna's body was discovered just a few minutes later.
Did you think if someone later looked at the messages, someone might think that you and Brianna are not together?
No, because it wasn't me that sent the message.
15 or so seconds later, why are you bothering at this stage to delete a chat on your phone?
I don't remember why I deleted it.
Why would you want at this stage, at 6 minutes past 3, 15 seconds after Brianna sent you that message, why would you want to delete a chat with Brianna?
I'm not sure.
Were you trying to hide evidence?
No.
He also accused her of lying when she said she went for a walk to stretch her legs and suggested she'd copied Boy Y's defence of turning his back as a cover.
Boy Y says he moved away to go for a wee behind a tree. When he turned back, he could see you stabbing her. You are basically saying the same as him now, aren't you? You didn't go for a wee, but you went to stretch your legs.
Yes, that's right.
You pretended to be friends with Brianna, but you weren't really friends at all.
No.
You pretended to be friends of Boy Wise, but you weren't really friends at all.
He was a good friend. Same with Brianna.
You stabbed Brianna.
No.
You turned your fantasy into reality.
No.
Before Mr. Littler finished his cross-examination of Girl X, he accused her of putting Brianna's phone down the grid, where it was later found by police. He also suggested she'd used her own saliva to wipe Brianna's blood off her face as she and Boy Y ran from the park. She denied both of these claims.
Following a short break, it was Deanna Here KC, the lead prosecutor's turn to question Girl X. She began by asking her if she liked the idea of herself and Boy Y torturing and killing someone together.
You told us you started to share your fantasy about killing and torture. When you shared that fantasy with Boy Y, did your fantasy become a fantasy of you and Boy Y torturing and killing someone together?
Yes.
You enjoyed the idea of both of you killing someone together?
Yes.
What was it you enjoyed about the idea of killing someone?
I'm not exactly sure. I just found the overall thing quite interesting, I guess.
Did you like the idea of having power over someone in that way?
Yes.
Did you like the idea of being able to cause them pain and suffering?
Yes.
Did you like the idea of trying to get away with killing and murder and torture without anybody knowing?
I'm not sure.
She also asked Girl X about Boy Y's knives and reminded her that she'd told the jury she'd never seen him with a knife until the day of the murder. But Miss Here suggested that couldn't be true because in messages between them, Boy Y said he had showed her the hunting knife in person. She asked Girl X whether she'd seen it on January the 28th when the pair met in Linear Park, but Brianna had cried off at the last minute. Girl X said she didn't remember when she'd seen the knife, but eventually she accepted she'd seen Boy Y using a knife to carve trees.
How many times have you seen him take a knife out?
Probably like twice.
The 11th of February and the 28th of January.
I just remember him carving a tree with a knife.
If this was fantasy, there's no need for him to bring a knife.
No.
You say, is it definitely sharp enough? Why did you ask Boy Y whether the knife was sharp enough?
Again, just to go along with the fantasy.
Is the truth you wanted him to bring with him his sharp knife that day?
No.
Is the truth that he brought it with him?
Yes.
Miss Here also questioned Girl X about Brianna, and she admitted she knew Boy Y didn't like transgender or gay people. Girl X claimed she'd sent him pictures of Brianna because she could open up to him, and he was understanding of her interest and attraction to her.
But she admitted her attitude towards Brianna eventually changed and she became excited by the idea of killing her. But she denied wanting to kill Brianna because she was transgender.
It did change from somebody that was liked. She became somebody that you enjoyed the idea of killing.
Yeah.
Why did you start fantasising about killing Brianna?
I'm not sure. It kind of happened with random people I know, even if I'm close to them. I would randomly get thoughts like that, even if there's no intent.
You speak about killing other people. In respect of all those other people, you give a reason why you don't like them or want to get rid of them. With Boy R, he nearly got you expelled. With Boy E, you told the jury he wasn't a very nice person. Boy C and Boy S had been nasty to your boyfriend. Boy M was someone he thought was ruining his chances with Girl A. All those people you expressed dislike for, but you say you didn't dislike Brianna.
That's right.
Why did you start fantasising about killing her?
It is mainly people I don't like, but not always. Sometimes it is people I do actually like. I will still fantasise about it.
Do you find the idea of killing Brianna exciting?
I guess so, yes.
Did you want to kill her because she was transgender?
No.
Did you think she was prettier than you?
In a way, yes.
Is that why you wanted to kill her?
Girl X's response to this question was inaudible in court, but she admitted she knew Brianna was vulnerable. She said she knew Brianna was bullied at school, and was sometimes anxious and depressed, and that she self-harmed.
Did you think that Brianna would be an easy person to kill?
Possibly, yeah.
Why did you tell Boy Y you wanted to kill Brianna?
I just felt I should start sharing more of the fantasies with him.
This was just fantasy. You've made that clear. Why did you want to share the fantasy of killing Brianna?
Because I knew he was trustworthy and also got quite dark thoughts at times. I knew if I opened up to him, he would be quite understanding.
Was it also because you knew Boy Y didn't like Brianna because she was transgender?
No.
Because he didn't like transgender people. Did you think he would enjoy the idea of killing her too?
Possibly, yeah.
Were you trying to find out whether Boy Y would be willing to help you kill Brianna?
No, because like I said, there was no intent behind it.
Just a fantasy?
Yes.
But Miss Here suggested that by the time Girl X and Boy Y began swapping messages about killing another child, Boy E, just over 2 weeks before Brianna died, their fantasy had stepped over into reality. The barrister reminded the jury that Girl X set up a fake Instagram account to try and strike up a conversation with Boy E, but he didn't take the bait.
Boy E blocked the account. You discussed trying to find a way to see him, but it doesn't seem to be possible. You say if we can't get Boy E tomorrow, we can kill Brianna. She's back from holiday. Was this just fantasy still?
Yes.
We know from her mum that in fact she had just come back from holiday. That was real, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you knew that, didn't you?
Yes.
If it was fantasy, why did it matter whether Brianna was on holiday or not?
It didn't. I just said that to make it seem more realistic.
If it was real, then it was important that Brianna had returned from her holiday.
Yes.
You say, let's kill Brianna tomorrow, then get Boy E next week. You probably won't see him today. Is that just fantasy?
Yes.
You say, let's stab her. Original Boy E plan, stab her back and throat. That's the same plan you spoke about with Boy E and the same injuries Boy Y inflicted upon Brianna.
Now, Girl X also admitted that she had Boy Y's name saved in her phone as Tesco John Wick. She said it was a joke between her and Boy Y because he looked like a less good version of the hitman character who's played by Keanu Reeves in the films.
But she denied planning a real killing or sending Boy Y her murder plan because she wanted him to help her murder Brianna.
Did you think of Boy Y as your hitman?
No, it was a bit of a joke between me and Boy Y. I said he looked like a less good version of John Wick, like a Tesco John Wick.
It was apparent he was going to bring his hunting knife. He told you that. You said, and that would definitely 100% kill her. He said, yes, it cuts my skin easily. You knew that knife was capable of killing someone. If this was just fantasy, why did you need to know whether that knife would kill her? Couldn't you just pretend it would?
I was just making it seem more realistic by saying that.
Or is the truth that you wanted him to bring his knife because it would 100% kill her?
No.
Boy Y asks whether you're bringing a knife. You say, do you think it's best if I do? He says, if you want to stab her as well. Did you take a knife with you that day?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Was that because you knew Boy Y was bringing his knife?
No.
Was that because you wanted Boy Y to stab Brianna?
No.
And you wanted to watch so you could see the pure horror on her face?
No.
Finally, Miss Here asked Girl X about the alleged murder of Brianna. She admitted she didn't call 999 to try and help Brianna after seeing Boy Y stab her. She also admitted running off with him, even though she said she was shocked and frightened by what he'd done.
Girl X said she didn't go to the police herself because she wasn't thinking straight, and she accepted she'd lied to try and protect herself. But she insisted it was Boy Y that stabbed her, not me.
Is the truth that you and Boy Y planned to kill Brianna together?
No.
And is the truth that you lured her to Linear Park in order to kill her?
No.
And you knew that Boy Y would have a knife?
No.
Because he told you he was bringing a knife?
No.
Is the truth that you helped Boy Y to stab Brianna?
No.
Did you also stab her?
No.
Did you take the knife and stab her just for fun?
No.
Because do you remember the evidence of Catherine Vise?
Yes.
When she came along that path, she saw two people standing by Brianna's body, you and Boy Y. On your evidence, that couldn't have happened, could it? You've lied about that, haven't you?
I went over to see if she was breathing.
You told the jury Boy Y had gone by then. You're lying, aren't you?
No.
You've lied to this jury just like you lied to the police.
No.
So that's it for today. We'll be back on Friday when we'll hear the case for Boy Y's defence.
In the meantime, you can follow us on X at The Trial Podcast and contact us, thetrial@mailmetromedia.co.uk.
You can leave us a comment on Spotify or even send us a voice note on WhatsApp on 07796 657 512. Start your message with the word trial.
Tired of ads interrupting your gripping investigations? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Ads shouldn't be the scariest thing about true crime. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free true crime to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot. Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Since 2016, The Crown has captivated audiences around the world, telling the story of the royal family. But what's the real story, and where have Netflix used artistic license? I'm Natasha Livingston, the royal correspondent for The Mail on Sunday.
And I'm Robert Hardman, Mail columnist and royal biographer. And this is The Crown, Fact or Fiction.
We're going to take you through all the best moments from Series 6 of The Crown.
We'll be taking a look at the show, and we'll be explaining what really happened, telling you about the stories behind the scenes, the ones they don't show you. Follow The Crown, Fact or Fiction, wherever you get your podcasts.
This is going to be the biggest thing that any of us has ever seen.